This photo, located in the historical Union Depot in Kansas City, showcases something incredibly eerie. Taken by Redditor Magical Tech while on a tour of the property, they came across something in their photo that they can't quite explain. In this photo of the elevator pump room, we can see what appears to be two separate sets of glowing eyes. The first one, being more obvious, shows what looks like a gray face and two eyes staring out from this wall while looking directly at the camera. Then, if we pan to the right, we can see what appears to be a second shadow form and two additional eyes. What makes the gray face so strange and eerie is that it would be physically impossible for anyone to be there due to it being blocked off by a large thing of dark glass, rendering it completely inaccessible to the general public. This means that faking this could be impossible for the moment. Now, the Redditor claims he did not realize it was there upon taking the picture at first, but after reviewing it, it certainly freaks them out. Rightfully so. What makes this even more eerie is that this whole area in Kansas City holds dark mysteries, supposed secret occult rituals and human sacrifices underground, and other ghastly apparitions. Is it possible that these two are dark spirits that have been caught on camera? Or is it possible these were superimposed on the image via Photoshop afterwards? In this clip, we see what appears to be a mysterious, glowing storm orb, as I like to call it, in the sky, with the man holding the camera trying not to freak out. Some have said that this clip is clearly CGI, while others claim that they too have seen things just like this near their home. The origins of this clip are unknown, but if this is real, it could act as potential proof that the military or aliens are putting this stuff out there in the public for all to see. Now, you might ask, why wasn't this filmed by more people if it was real? To answer that, I'm sure it was, but as we all know, these kinds of things aren't really newsworthy to make headlines. But hey, that's my take on it. The real question we have to ask is this real or fake? Well, if it's real, it's some crazy close footage of something we can't explain. If it's faked, it looks pretty darn good, but I'll let you decide because I'm not sure myself. A TikTok clip credited to El Cocoy showcases an interesting glitch in the Matrix. We can see that as the girl jumps from the rope swing to dive into the waters below, she looks as if something grabs her. Watching this makes me think she got caught on something, or surely there's some rational way to describe, but I find the more that I watch this clip, the more questions I want to ask. I see there is no wire holding her in place, and it appears as if something almost grabs her and flips her around before falling. It's as if there's some invisible object she comes into contact with. I personally have no idea how to explain this away, and it's definitely weird. What do you think? Is this a potential glitch in the Matrix, or could this be explained away as to what happened? Also credited to El Cocoy to finding this clip, and it appears to showcase some UFO footage somewhere in where appears to be Mexico. What's interesting about this is that it actually shows this UFO or strange craft / light source from two different people's perspectives filming at the same time, or what we can assume to be the same time. We can see that it appears as if the ship is pulsating these strange glowing lights and almost seems as if it's moving continuously through the clouds. For those that aren't aware, there is a plethora of high strangeness and UFO reports all throughout Mexico and South America. For some reason, the supernatural really take a liking to these areas. Is this proof that these are strange crafts visiting and going over Mexico and South America? I mean, you have to admit that the fact this was taken on two separate cameras by two different people at the same time does add to the validity of it. It's certainly more impressive and creepy. In this footage, we see what appears to be a drone zooming across the sky. However, there's some things about it that set it aside from the drone theory. While it's always very possible, closer analysis proves that it's far too large and too fast to be a drone, but I don't know. Especially in the way that it moves back in the other direction as shown in this clip. The first portion of the clip to me screams drone, but then we see it fly back at an incredible speed, and then I'm not so sure. Look, I'm not saying it's not possible, I'm just saying it's weird if anything. Could this be a government experimental craft or maybe a military drone of some kind? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Sometimes going live on TikTok can be a fun way to interact with fans, but for this TikToker, not so much. During a live stream, this girl gets more than she bargained for when something strange and unexplainable happens. So, going over the footage several times, it definitely appears strange. Instead of just seeing a generic black shadow pass by her or something spooky happen, we get more than that. The shadow passes by, the lights go out, and her friend in the background begins acting strange, almost as if possessed by something. Remember, though, that all footage in this day and age can be faked for the most part. But, something in my gut tells me that by her reaction, assuming she's not the most amazing actress in the world, this is real. Assuming this is also a true live from TikTok, it could add to the fact that this poor girl truly had something paranormal going on in her room. Could this be demons invading, masquerading in her friend? Or was this entire clip faked and all that chat box and live graphics added on afterwards to hoax a spirit sighting? I can't say for sure either way, but it's still fascinating as much as it is strange. Here, we see two security guards working at School 179 in what I believe to be Cuba, but I'm not sure. This is where they are working at night. Now, in this clip, they begin to go and inspect the school long after everybody else has left and gone home, because they're hearing a strange noise they can't identify. They scour the hallways and look into classrooms, and they don't find anything at all. Then this happens. As corny as this might seem, both guards appear to be genuinely frightened by seeing this, as there's nobody else in the classroom and no one around to move the chair. If we look closer, we can see there is no reason for the chair to be moving or no possible source. But that doesn't mean it can't be explained. One thing I find interesting is there have been other commenters on this clip who have either attended the same school or heard other stories about it, and they too mentioned they felt a dark energy within the school, like they're constantly being watched and looked over by something evil. Others have talked about a strange creature living within the walls, just waiting to capture and grab young children, and even occult rituals taking place in the basement of the school and other various forms of hidden witchcraft. But I mean, hey, that's all just speculation. Right? I mean, many of the Spanish-speaking cultures from Cuba, Puerto Rico, South America, and even Mexico are all very big believers in the supernatural. So is it possible their imaginations are just feeding into this? I mean, certainly there has to be an explanation. Or, just maybe, there is truly something evil and sinister lurking within the very walls of this school. Ah yes, who doesn't love a good pool party? Well, this clip might not be the creepiest thing in the world, but it is certainly strange. We see what appears to be a host of folks having a great time, hanging out, swimming, splashing, and then we have this weird little girl off to our left who just looks, completely out of place. I mean, her dress doesn't match where she's at, and her skin looks dead and gray and pale. I'm not sure if the person controlling the camera even seems to notice her, but as we see them pan back and forth, she's there 1 second, gone the next. I mean, this could be explained away, and maybe she was just a guest or the daughter to one of the many in the pool, but then how did she just vanish within a second of the camera pan? Where could she have gone? Did anybody else at the pool even notice, or was this one of those weird things where she only showed up on film? I mean, look, I'm sure there's a rational explanation, but I mean, it's still creepy to look at. Taken and uploaded to Reddit for questioning by a Vegas Shite 420, this image showcases a disturbing set of what appear to be ghastly ghouls of all kinds. First and foremost, after the picture was taken, the Redditor noticed a pair of glowing eyes in the window that they began seeking the answers to in Reddit. However, what they did not notice was the strange apparition shape that appears to show someone in what looks like a white hoodie with their head sunken down like this in the doorway, hallway, whatever it is I'm looking at. I don't like it. They didn't notice this figure though until somebody had pointed it out, which I'm not sure how you wouldn't notice this. The eyes in the window could be explained away by either electronic light reflection from the room or, who knows, maybe an animal. Or, a demon caught on camera trying to get into the house, but who knows? It's definitely creepy. As for the strange figure in the hallway, I'm not sure. What's interesting is that it appears to be in a white hoodie of some sort, but I can't identify the legs at all. And why is its head distorted and sunken down? Are these two images of something ghastly and evil truly caught on camera? Or perhaps this was staged for Reddit clout and karma? I want to hear your opinions below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more creepy videos just like this one.